Alright, so right here is about to be what I like to call a fine-tuning workout. Alright. It's not meant to be vigorous. Alright, it's just meant to sharpen up your performance, work on like the explosive movements, and just just doing the wiring. Alright. We gonna do everything is full body, but we not just going hard because of the tough days that we had. So you guys still looking to stay busy. If you care about performance and not just looks, then add this workout to your regimen, and I hope the results work out for you.
So we played a game of basketball, so I don't really have to do any like dynamic movements or jump roping and running like that to kind of warm up. I'm already warmed up. I'm just going to do some mobility movements just so I can have better range of motion in some of those joints. So this mobility will be good for the shoulders right here. And this is going to be real useful because we do have some, we're going to be stabilizing our shoulders joints in a few exercises in this workout. So this is going to help out that, help out in that way. So I don't know the name of this, but it's all right. If you have a PVC pipe or you come across one of these little bars in your gym, just try to touch both hands together. And what that's going to do is just going to increase that range of motion in the shoulders. This is another one. For this one, we just trying to keep that bar in tight. And we're pulling up on the bar, lifting our elbows, and rotating that shoulder joint back. Yep. A few overhead squats just because we still have to lock out, keep that shoulder stable, and squats because we're doing some explosive movements today. So that's why I ain't even spent too much time in these static stretches, but I wanted to just at least do it to lengthen the muscles just a little bit. So of course, hamstring stretch. Move into an adductor stretch, followed by a groin. Time to get this work. So guys, whenever we're training explosive, we want to keep the reps low, but you can add as many sets as you want to do. The weight is not going to really be anything too heavy, more moderate, even on the lighter side of moderate, because we want to make sure that we're still coming, we're producing forces as fast as we can with that weight. So going too heavy, we'll kind of slow it up, and it won't translate the way we want it to whenever we leave the weight and we go through that same movement pattern. So that's the reason why I went from deadlifts to box jumps. Same right here. You got the resistance. The weight is not too heavy. Alright. We're still able to move fast through the movement. Building that unilateral explosiveness. So this is not a strength day, but I mean anytime we're using resistance, it's going to build strength, but this is not a strength day. Solely focusing on exploding, speed, force production, fast hip extension, everything that we need as an athlete. So again, this one is going, yeah, is specifically focusing on the extension in the hips. So the band is just making it a little more challenging. I'm gonna hold on to the kettlebell to add some resistance as well. All right, and just forcefully going into that hip extension. 10 to 12 reps is cool right here. Right into some kettlebell swinging. So again, again with the hip extension. All right, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. All right, even a little bit of shoulder work right here, and the band is just gonna make it a little bit more challenging for me because I have to fight against the weight and the resistance of that when going through that same movement. Right here, the slider walks. We're building some core stability in the shoulders, as well as like we're just building up the strength in our wrists. So I can do about 2 to 3 sets of this superset right here. Everything that we're doing is supersets, so 2 to 3 sets is a good number to stay at. So we're followed up by the kettlebell upside down holds. This right here is focusing on grip strength, stabilization in the shoulders. Our bicep is in flexion, so we're getting I'm gonna be getting a little challenge there from the tension of just being built up in that muscle for keeping it in that position. Even a little bit of balance. Because you have to keep that core tight. Everything really has to be tight whenever we're trying to complete this exercise. If it's too easy, shoot, just go up in kettlebell. And if you can't do it, it's alright. You can stand in place and do it. And just hold it for as long as you can. When it drops, just put it back up. Just do about 5 reps of that. So right here, like I said, it's a fine tuning day. So, I mean, we was working on explosiveness, stability, and we touched on a little bit of strength. Just, really our body weight right here. Right here, we're building, stripping in them upper lats. The rhomboids, if I said it right, rhomboid, or, that muscle that's between the trap and the lats. You'll feel it in a little bit in your traps as well too, your biceps, core, and hips. So we're following that up right with the deficit banded push-ups. If you want to regress this movement, just take away the deficit or the band, or vice versa. It's still challenging either way it goes because we're going max reps. We don't have a rep count. We just want to get as many as we can. So, my numbers are they look real low right here. I believe this was my second set. So, after the first set, you're already you went into failure. So, now we're just, everything else is just extra. So of course we can have an explosiveness and fine tuning day without just really targeting the core. No friends, no car, no nothing. No game, no style, no thugging. So we're gonna do some ab pull down. Going heavy as possible. When it comes to the weight set that you can handle, to be able to somewhere like 20 or more reps. Like we want to just burn it out. See how many we can do while still moving like a pretty heavy load. Everything else we been we just stabilizing the core stuff right here. I really just want to actually build on it with this one right here. So these guys, make sure that you're actually pulling with your abs. Alright, you're not just like, you're not pulling down on the road with your arms or rocking too much. So we want to have your pull engaged in this one. And right after we come off of that, we're going straight over to the landmine rotation. So starting from center, we're just gonna bring it down to pocket, trying to fight that load as all the weight shifts over to one side. So this is another good one to build some stabilization in the core. Different from the plank and being in that position.
To see my dreams, I swear I never thought I would have seen 18, but now only being a few shy from 20, I go get my plate whenever I get hungry, cause lately I've been starving for greatness, never had a chance to get the latest, only got what was the safe, so when I walked in the room, yeah, I was the latest, so until I see the top, just know how I'm coming, thank you God for the day, now let's keep the track running, yeah.
And that is all, folks. So I hope you enjoyed our fine tuning day, explosive workout and fine tuning day. Just continue on building stabilization on our core, our shoulders, explosiveness from our hips, and coming off of one leg. So this workout wasn't meant to be real challenging. They just wanted, to set off, to kind of set off the the real tough days that we have, the vigorous strength training days we have. We set it in the middle so we can still come out and get this work, be productive, and it just helps us sharpen up everything that we're trying to build on. All right, and that's just being more functional, being more athletic, and gaining strength. All right, so I'm gonna go catch some sleep.